Hello everyone, I'm Jerem and welcome back to Colony Survival. We are now in our farm again and I changed a little bit in this room, in the banner room, because I expanded the stairs downstairs and now the banner is just like halfway through the ceiling here. I did not change anything in this room though, but if we go around here and enter this little walkway here, you can see that I extended the stairs all the way down to the bedrock here. It's not exactly at the bedrock, but if I remove these, you can see that this is actually the bedrock and I can't remove this. So I put down these things here. So I have one layer of blocks where I can just place some random stuff that I want to put here. So it looks a lot nicer overall. I also wanted to make this room very, very big. I thought about maybe going like 5 or even like 11 or 10 blocks in this direction. So this is a huge room where we can have our banner in the middle and then also some pillars everywhere and stuff. So it looks great. But today I won't focus on that. I'm going to focus on the arrow crafter or the arrow maker or whatever the guy is called. The guy who's working at the workbench and who's going to make arrows for us. Recruits an artisan. Okay. So, where exactly are we going to put this guy? I thought about maybe either I'm going to put him somewhere around here, or I thought maybe I could just extend this right here and build a little room around here where this guy is going to sit and he's just going to get the items from the stockpile or a crate that I'm going to put there, and just a little workbench in the room. So the guy is just sitting in here and making all the arrows for our guards upstairs. Let's just check upstairs if we can see anything, if anything has changed, because I don't really remember if I did change anything up here. We still have our 2 archers here with a double bed and the stairs up here. Oh, it's nice out here with the sunshine right now. There's still those 2 guards up here. Everything is looking great. I do think that I changed... oh no, I already had this in the last episode where the wooden floor is leading into here and it's going down there. It would be nice to have like a few stairs here so we don't have to jump all the time. But I guess that's going to come into the game later. Oh yeah, a thing that I did, I don't know if I showed it in the last video, but I added those plaster blocks, which look very bright and white. I added them right here and I'm planning to add them all the way down the stairs and like maybe around here, so we have a little bit of a variation on the walls, because there are not too many blocks at the moment. There are also a few mods at the moment, because in the Steam forums I saw a few posts about mods and custom made blocks. For example, marble or carpet is also a thing that can be added by yourself, but it is very complicated to add those things. Oh, there's actually hello. There's actually the sleeping room in here. Maybe we could make a little walkway here. Let's try that. If we build through here and we go here, we can still add this and then add this. I think that is I think that could work very well. So the farmers can walk right here, and then the artisan can just wake up in this room and go over here to his workplace. I think that is a very good thing. But now let's just make this room here and I'm going to get back to you as soon as this room is done. Okay, the room is done. I added a little window here so the artisan can look out into this hallway every now and then while he's working, and the people that are walking around here can see the artisan working in there. And I added a little bit of straw to the roof and walls just to get a little bit of variety into the room and to have it look a little bit nicer and more comfortable in here. So the thing I'm going to do now is to get the workbench and also another crate. Workbench could be going into... let's just put the workbench in the middle. The crate goes right there, and I'm just going to add another wood block there so it looks nice and even. And maybe we could add something around here as well, but I'm not really sure what I should or could add there. Maybe something, maybe the mint later on, which is going to or which is going to make gold coins. But I kind of want to have a separate room for every other job, or every single every single job. Now this thing is okay, so I can set things up that he's going to craft. So he's always going to craft logs or planks until we have 30 of each, until we have 30 planks. He's going to craft arrows until we have an infinite amount. No, let's say he's going to craft until we have, let's say, 700. That should be a good number. And he's also, oh, that is nice. He's going to craft all the items that we need if we are recruiting new people. And also he's going to, okay, that is very nice. I like that. That's awesome. I'm just going to add this to 20 as well. Or another thing that just popped into my mind is we can add another workbench right here, and then have like only let's say just planks and line oil and just stuff that is need to build stuff can be made on this workbench. And then on this workbench there's only stuff like the arrows and tools and stuff like that. I think that is a nice idea, but for now I'm just going to use, okay, I'm going to say in this workbench he's just going to make stuff for building. Also a few torches shouldn't be too bad. There we go. No arrows, no tools as well, only stuff that is required to build. One of this seems like a good idea. Coated planks, adobe and plaster blocks is always nice. So that is basically everything we need to build stuff. And now let's create another workbench right here. And then not another crate. We don't need another crate. So I'm just going to put this workbench right here. And then also another plank right there. And then maybe let's do this kind of stuff, like this. I think that looks fine. Maybe we could do this as well, or maybe just use all of this space as for planks, so it looks nice and symmetrical in here. Is this no, maybe is it now? Yes, now it's symmetrical. Oh, this looks nice. I like this floor design. All right. So in here there's only going to be stuff for building, and in here there's only going to be stuff for like tools and stuff like that. So stuff that is required to get new workers and stuff like that. So no planks and no torches as well. Just one bow should be in our stockpile all the time. And then let's say not 700 but 500 arrows should be a good amount. Then maybe one of these. Nothing of this kind of stuff here. What is this? A shop. Oh, okay, we don't need to craft this stuff because we're going to do it ourselves. And I think that should be it. So this is still... Ah, okay. Ah, that is not a good thing. I thought that we could have different workbenches crafting different stuff, but apparently that's not the case. So I have to set up every workbench like every other one. So It's going to be 30 in here. And then it's going to be 30 in here. Let's say 10 torches should be okay. 500 arrows, one of these. And then how much was that? I think it was something about 100. Could that be right? Don't really know. Let's say 20 of these. And then 20 of everything else here. Should be okay. There we go. Now we have 120, 20. And if we check this one, it is also 120, 20. Alright. So now we just need to get 2 more colonists. I hope this is not going to cause more monsters to be spawning upstairs, which would not be a good thing. Should I just expand this room, or should I build out this room here? I think I'm just going to expand this one, so let's get rid of these things here. Okay, I got the 2 beds down here, and I left this room like it's still under construction, and we can still or like always expand this room and have more beds built in here. So let's actually check outside and see how our guards are handling the monsters outside, or the zombies, as I can say both, like mentioned in the last episode. I'm just going to recruit 2 more, and these guys are going to work now as the artisans at the workbench. So now we have 17 colonists, and I'm just going to wait in front of our gates here to see how many zombies are actually going to spawn in here, and how many of these will come in here. Okay, this one is... Okay, I thought for a second that this one is going to get through here. But I always forget these 2 guys up there. Those are those are my last defense in this underground kingdom here. And if any of these 4 out here, like these 2 up there and these 2 guys, if any of these fail to hit one, and one of these zombies gets past this point, they're going to be instantly dead because of these 2 guys up there, which are probably a little bit out of training because they don't get to shoot that often. But if they do get to shoot, I think they will do their job just fine. It is almost becoming day again, so I think we should not have a problem with all the monsters now. What about this one? Are you not going to shoot? There you go, very nice. Okay, now that it's almost becoming day again, I can probably move our banner down there, but that is going to change. I don't know if that's going to be quite safe, just because, and I don't know if it was in the last episode or the episode before that one, one of you mentioned that the banner actually has a radius of, I think it was about 75 blocks in a radius, like 75 in this direction, 75 in this direction, 75 up and down. And in that radius there will be no monsters spawning, but outside that radius there will be the monsters spawning just as it's normal. And I'm kinda afraid that if we place down our banner down there, it's going to affect where the monsters are spawning, and some monsters actually might be spawning up here where our colonists are sleeping. Let me just check that for a second. If we would put down the banner, let's say right here, I'm just going to count real quick how many blocks the safe radius would be. Okay, until up here it is about 50 blocks, but I don't know how high this is. Let me just count again how many blocks we are above the ground down there. Okay, it's 23 blocks until we are up there at the ground level. So I think we should be fine by placing down our banner down here somewhere. But I'm not 100% sure of that. We might try that out in one of the future episodes. But for now I will keep it right here. What's going on with these guys? Okay, they're missing some stuff. And once they got through that, they're going to move on to the next thing they can craft. I think right now he is somewhere at the... Oh, okay, I think he's at the coated planks. or somewhere over here. Okay, now he's asking for this stuff, so he's probably over here. Alright. So I think these guys are just here to keep us at a safe amount of arrows, just for now. And I think the next thing would be to get a flax farm. I'm just going to help our little farmer boy here to get all the crops out while I'm talking. So the next thing would be to get a flax farm, which could be maybe below this farm. So we have a multi-level farm, as someone suggested in one of the previous episodes, which is a nice thing, I think, but it's going to require a lot of work, because just getting this whole room here, that took me about, I think, half an hour or even an hour just to get all the stones out of here and to have it look like this. But it might be a good investment or time investment to make this flax farm, because it's going to give us coins and stuff like that, and also coated planks, which look very nice, I think. So I might do something like a staircase which goes down from here, or maybe from here. Not really sure where I'm going to put this staircase, or maybe even down here, because we have this wooden pathway leading everywhere. And if we have a staircase, let's say down here, I would leave like this layer as well, so we don't build right below the dirt here. So okay, that would be one. Okay, so we can build here now. How high is this room? Actually, it is 3 blocks high. Alright, so we would need to build something like this deep. I think that should be okay. If we're down here, this is then the final size of the room, and I would just make it the same size as this room here. I don't know exactly how big a flax farm is. Is there any information on how big a farm can be? Wheat farmer. Okay, no, it doesn't say how big the farm can be, but the flax needs to be placed on grass or dirt as well. A miner, we do have miners. Need saplings and an axe on grass or dirt, so we can get a forester in here as well. And we're also going to make a berry farmer, so we have different kinds of farms on different kinds of levels in this farm area here. And I'm probably going to expand this room here. Maybe that is actually it for this room here, and then I'm going to expand in this direction as well, because I don't want to get too far in this direction, because maybe it's going to get out of the safe radius, and then no one is going to be able to sleep there, because the monsters will spawn and kill everybody and so on. So I will probably expand in this direction sometimes. I'm going to count how many blocks we have here, but it looks something like 20 or 30 blocks maybe, so we should be able to fit double the amount of beds in here, which would be nice. So we have a very long sleeping room here, which would be nice to have all the people sleeping in there. These guys are just still out of resources, because we have everything crafted there we need actually. Oh boy, we have so many iron ingots. We do have some axes left, and pickaxe and bows. Okay, so I could actually... Ah, wait. Hold on a second. I do have a quick idea. What about a new miner who's going to get this stuff? This fine gypsum stuff, with which our crafters or the artisans can then make the I think it's called gypsum, right? No, plaster blocks. Gypsum was the material. So our artisans can make some plaster blocks. I think I'm just going to get a miner, and he's going to be right there. There you go. And also another miner for the gold. So we do need 2 more people now. I'm just going to make 2 more beds real quick, and I hope that is still not going to change the amount of monsters that are spawning. It's probably going to change the amount, but I hope it's not too dramatic, so we still have enough guards upstairs. Okay, now we got 2 more farmers, not farmers, miners, and we're still missing one pickaxe, but our craftsman over here will handle that on the next day. But for now, because we have 19 colonists now, the colony is actually growing. That is very nice. I'm just going to stand up here and check how many monsters are spawning and how many of those zombies will get in here. Let's actually clean up this mess here a little bit. Here we go, that looks a lot nicer. No floating leads around. There are the first monsters joining us here. Let's take a look around if we can spot any other. There's one. But I think that's not going to change too much. Maybe if we have something like 25 or 30 or maybe 50 colonists down here, we would require more guards. And I already have some ideas how I can place those guards. I would probably do some shooting parts where we have, like, let's say it's a space of 2 blocks here, and there would be a walkway from up there down here, and then there would be one quiver placed right here, so the guard is standing right on the edge, and once any monsters come through here, they will be bombarded by arrows from all these guys. So that might be another thing for another episode, to add more guards down here. And also with this system that I would have then with the guards standing inside the walls, I could probably do that all the way down here until we are over here, where the monsters then can enter the sleeping rooms. So if we had like maybe 5 more guards on each side, so that would be 10 guards in general, I think that would pretty much be the safest thing to do later on, of course, because right now these few guards right here are doing their job very well. And yeah, I think we should be safe for now. And the next thing to handle would actually be to get a mint and to get a shop going. But for that we need the flax farmer, so I'm probably going to build a flax farm down here, and maybe I could do another farm above this one, so I could probably do something like a staircase in this corner, which wouldn't look too bad if you ask me. But that is up for another episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you enjoyed this one, then please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Until the next video, have a great day and goodbye.